And I was slightly distracted by the end of that, using a new feature on StreamYard. And why is my fucking camera doing this to me tonight? Brightness, what are we doing? That's a bit better. Stupid webcam does stupid things. And we see what people are up to. Is people going to join? Okay. I'm going to play the silly cricket game. Well, wait, Strictly say hello. Yeah, I know. The fucking webcam's just being stupid. Fox, hello. It was, okay, the peanut butter whiskey is bad enough. And look, I've had it as well. I think it just tastes like peanut brittle. But once you start bringing little fat lamb products into it, and I say this with great admiration from the devil, the little fat lamb products are definitely of the devil. Man, it's just so friggin' weird. What's going on there? Just this webcam, just randomly, not very often, maybe one time in 10, just goes, I'm just going to be weird. You had all those perfect settings that work on all the other streams. Tonight, for no good reason, we're just going to look different. Like, I don't know if I cover it up, does that sort of do a reset? No, not really. Sadly, my skin is splodgy, but it's just super weird. No, that didn't do anything. Sometimes it does. Sometimes if you cover up a webcam lens and then it resets itself. Not tonight. Okay, I'm already a bit phlegmy. That's not a good sign. Yeah, I think you're right. My webcam also has COVID, which is causing the problem. But hell and damn. That's all I can say. Hell and damn. Oh, god damn, that Texas whiskey. That's friggin' whiskey, man. Like, it tastes quite nice. It's actually surprisingly easy to drink for something that's 67% ABV. But oof, it's just flavor for days. I'm definitely going to make an old-fashioned that's a split of that and something more benign like twofold. And I think that will allow flavors to come through without being killed by the ABV. It's like, it's still here. I haven't put it away since the other night. Balcones, Texas single malt whiskey, single barrel. I love that when you get single barrel. Like, single malt means the whiskeys that are in there are all from the same distillery. It's single barrel, single cask is actually quite rare because normally they go, that's not bad, but it needs a bit of cask B, and they come up with a blend of their whiskeys. But this one they decided to go, let's just go straight from the barrel. Oh, and it's just chocolate, vanilla, cinnamon. It smells like this is 67%, and I'm just sticking my schnoz in there, inhaling. And it's not burning or making me choke. Yeah, a little bit of the cigar thing going on. And a lot of that's, to me, is clearly from the barrel. But I swear to God, 67%, and I can like inhale really deeply without having a coughing fit. For what it is, it's smooth AF. And I look forward to using it in a few cocktails because it's got so much friggin' character. I'll probably end up regretting not getting 2 bottles of it. Like I'll probably go through it and go, I am never getting, well, never getting it again because it's such a limited release, but certainly never at the price. Like it's normally 150 and I got it for 100. And so I couldn't resist. It's like, I think the discount was even bigger than that, actually. It's like 40%. I did notice you commenting on Tuesday's stream. Okay, so you were working while you did it. Having an alcohol-free day? Yeah, well, I'm not drinking a lot. And I'm definitely not doing a party night tomorrow night. Very mild COVID symptoms, but one of the big ones is how easy it is for me to get tired. And yes, Saturday music vid. Discord party. Discord disco party. I might taste my mezcals tonight and compare them. Yeah, I mean, assuming I don't get worse, which at this stage would be a very big surprise. Like the symptoms have actually probably eased off a bit today. Tuesday and Wednesday, my throat felt really dry and I was prone to tiredness. But yeah, I mean, how good is the stuff people have been putting on the Jukebox channel? Masses of music to be discovered. Hey, Jackie. I'm not feeling worse, which is a plus. We have a cat still, and we have a guest pigeon in the house at the moment. It's this huge breed, which are generally called king pigeons. They're literally twice the fucking size of regular pigeons. Apparently bred to be huge. They're just bred specifically for eating, and they don't go well in the wild. So it's been rescued. We don't know if it's going to live here forever or if it's going to go to someone else. But it's this huge brown pigeon, and I mean, it's twice the size of a normal pigeon. Yeah, Greg does quite entertaining and informative videos. He's pretty good at doing theme stuff. Like he literally, the people in the Cyberpunk video game changed what the Johnny Silverhands cocktail looked like based on a video Greg did. Because he's a fan of the old Cyberpunk tabletop game. Huge fucking nerd he is. A remix of one of your fave songs. Nice. Leopard Gecko and a Budgie. That's a nice combo. I like that. My older brothers had budgies when I was growing up. Budgies and parrots and finches, actually. Huge cages in the backyard. One had parrots, one had budgies, and one had finches. I think the finches died first, never got replaced. Then the parrots died. And the budgies were actually breeding, so they lasted longer. But eventually they were all gone. We had a white cockatoo, sulfur-crested cockatoo. It was great. It's kind of super pigeon, generally called king pigeon, but big brown pigeon, which is being called Betty. And she's pretty chill. So she's in a big cage, and yeah, we have to decide what's going to happen with her. And yeah, the VP debate was absolutely inconsequential. Your cat's going off. Okay. Yes, Safa, I'm pleased to announce my sense of smell and taste have not diminished. Pretty happy about that. I cooked up dinner tonight. I had this stuffed gnocchi from the supermarket. I could pretend I made it, but I can't be bothered. So it was a gnocchi, and I cooked up some mushroom and onion and garlic, and then like pan fry the gnocchi with all that, and then mix it with this really yummy truffle sauce, and put it in a dish and bake it. So very good. Speaking of cockatoos, saw 2 yellow-tailed black cockatoos. Yeah, they're monstrous. Speaking of double the size, they are double the size of like sulfur-crested cockatoos. They're friggin' huge. That's where I was last weekend from somewhere where I contracted COVID. Went to the Flying Brick Distillery. Their mascot is the black cockatoo, and they're apparently colloquially called flying bricks because they look so friggin' huge. It feels like they shouldn't be able to fly, and yet they do. It was nice weather today. We actually opened the house up because it was warmer outside than inside. Oh, there you go. Cheap mask time. Well, COVID's still around, and the fact is it's not being tracked and not being reported. You're just going to find out a year later, excess deaths. It's like, oh, wow, 20,000 people more than usual died. Wonder what that was. Friggin' COVID is what it was. Look, if I got to say something positive about the VP debate, they were both, well, how would I phrase it? They were both more coherent and more direct than their running mates, which is a really low bar, particularly for Vance. Oh, it was always assumed COVID would be endemic, and I hope that the population got more immunity because it's a fucking killer. The official global death toll is 7 million. I think realistically, probably double that number of people were actually killed. They just weren't recorded. Jackie, bad pan, bad day. Oh, here. Bee flew around your pumpkin spice latte. Oh no! You did it with the cabinet of floppy shirts, don't you? Okay. Well, I guess we learn from that the better tactic with bees. And I'm bad at this. I'm a bit better than I used to be at the calming influence of Mrs. Angry. But with bees, the tactic is do nothing. 99 times out of 100 at least. Even if a bee lands on you, it's not going to sting you unless you flap at it. If you just like chill, most of the time it's just going to buzz, maybe even land on you. I mean, if it lands in your fucking drink, that sucks. For both you and the bee. But yeah. Asking the big questions. Where you been, Fox? Where have you been? Off having a life, I assume, and that's a fine thing. I don't think I've ever been stung by a bee. I just freak out around them a bit. Like I said, I like to think I'm a bit better than I used to be. The funniest thing is I went to New Zealand with Mrs. Angry yonks ago. I don't know, 15 years ago. And a lot of bumblebees in New Zealand. Big fuzzy fuckers that make a lot of noise. Sound like fucking B-52 going past you. And they had some friggin' attraction to me. And they would like buzz around my face and I'd freak out and be going, ah! Mrs. Angry's laughing and just kind of like, calm down. They're not going to sting you. And I was like, make them go away. Why the fuck are they flying into my face? And after that ignoble experience, I got much better at just not freaking out when a bee's near me. We flew to New Zealand. Ship takes too long. I'm far too likely to get seasick. Ooh, where's my phone dinging? Because it's YouFoods. Oh, what's the ETA tomorrow? After lunch. Okay. That's okay. I've still got one from last week for lunch tomorrow. You got bees, trees that bees love. The ivy vine that's overwhelming our back fence. The bees love it. Sometimes when it's fully blossoming, you step out the back door and there's this low level hum because there's just dozens of bees hovering around the ivy vine. It's a little bit surreal. You like step out there and it's just because there's just so many. So I'm assuming there is a beekeeper somewhere in the neighborhood. Just because of the sheer numbers that show up, that doesn't seem random. But I know diddly squat about bees, so maybe you can randomly get many dozens of bees amassing just from them being wild. Or maybe there's a wild hive somewhere. Although people tend to freak out about that and they tend to get moved or knocked down or fumigated or something because people just freak out if they see. What was that? Some of the ice was like melting and I feel like I could hear air squeaking out of it. I was going to hold it up to the microphone for weird ASMR. No, not doing it anymore. Hey, honey, how are you doing? Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. My throat does not feel as dry today as it did on Tuesday. But, you know, sometimes the tiredness comes in waves. So I have no idea how long I'm going to last. But speaking of things I did on the weekend, I'm going to add some shrub. Is this mineral water or soda water? Lightly sparkling. I think it's just soda water. All right. Mandarin. A little splash of mandarin shrub. Just a splash. Oh, Safa, I almost had a nap today, like mid-afternoon. I was like, I think maybe I need a nap. But I powered through and all was well. Gotta mix up the shrub. All right. Pepsi Max. Not energy drinks per se, but there is, of course, caffeine in Pepsi Max. Oh, shenanigans. Okay. Yes, we are supposed to get several days of rain after it being surprisingly warm today. I mean, it's meant to be that sort of weather this time of year, but it hasn't really been for a couple of weeks. So to get a day that was just noticeably warmer, like even 10 degrees warmer than some days just in the last week, that was wild. Mr. Rona is still in the house. Oh, nice. Pasta carbonara. That's always a nice option. My YouFoods for lunch was chicken carbonara. actually. It's not bad. Although there was a fucking bone in the chicken and I bit down on it really hard, which is not pleasant. Well, I'm soldiering on. I definitely haven't got worse. I've maybe got a little bit better, a little bit. But now I can feel I'm a little congested as well. It's the keeping up dialogue is the strain. I actually have choices for lunch, so who knows? But I'll take a wild punt and say it's probably going to be spaghetti bolognese. U-Foods again. So that's what's on the menu. There's actually 2 meals left, but I was mixing stuff up. Creamy one, savory one. Well, if I was going to the supermarket, I'd wear a mask. Like, no one fucking takes COVID seriously. I wouldn't hang around in a closed space for a long time. Because you still get a couple people wearing masks. So, yeah, I would just wear a mask and not be in there too long. Try not to cough on anyone. Day 3.5 of no smoking. Think you got Rona as well is going to be fucked. Well, it would help if you're not smoking when you have the Rona. The guy used to appear on channel Nick Frost vibes. Husky face. You mean AIDSy? Adrian? Oh God, is this going to happen again? This happened a week or so ago. Is that who you mean? The guy I called AIDSy? He was always playing as if he was really silly and not intelligent when he actually was quite intelligent. Where's fucked? Unsure. Yeah, well, apparently quitting smoking can initially make you feel fucked up, like really congested and coughing shit up. Yeah, okay. Jackie was being the operative word. He actually died at the end of 2022. But he was awesome. Was a complicated, multifaceted character, but he's basically pretty awesome. Yeah. No, I think that was someone else, and it's a bit weird. Yeah, I mean, thanks, Jackie. I mean, clearly they had time to get used to it. It still does feel weird sometimes because his whole thing was dying and having near-death experiences and coming back. And this time he didn't come back. He quit on the 6th of September. Oh, yeah, that's a common side effect from what I hear. Well, yeah, it was really sudden. Like he had pneumonia, and I don't know if it was a COVID complication or not. And he went downhill very quickly, and they put him in an induced coma, and he never came out of it. So, yeah. See, that's the trouble. Smoking is an oral fixation thing. And you're going to want to put something else in your mouth. And food. Food's right there. Damn it. But, it's I think the vast majority of people who quit smoking are much happier down the line. You just get this whole spectrum of benefits. So we focus on the positive, like getting your sense of taste and smell back, probably coughing less, probably adding a couple of years to your life. Gum or lollipops are a good one, I think. But yeah, maybe chew gum as well. Don't want to grind your teeth down too hard, though. Yeah, the smoker cough can be pretty friggin' debilitating. Yeah, there's a tiny mark there. It's like a blood blister. That happened a bit earlier tonight. My computer desk out in the lounge room where my desktop is, it used to have a slide out tray for the keyboard. But like I've had that desk for, Christ, 20 years. I don't know. But the young uns were young, put it that way. 15 years at least I've had that desk. And they would always come on and lean on the pull-out tray, which would, it's not supposed to be leaned on, and it would sort of crack and come out of its runners. And for many years I was able to jam it back in. But finally they freaking bent the runners too much and couldn't put the tray back in. Like, say la vie, the keyboard sits on the top now. But the tracks for the thing is still there. Maybe I could take them off without affecting the integrity of the desk. I haven't really looked at it. But there's some sharp bits of metal. And I know I was doing something, I slipped, and I just feel like I barely touched it and drew blood. It wasn't like a disaster. It hurt a little bit, though. Oh, we were talking about that. It was something kind of boring and inconsequential. Surprising, probably the only really outrageous thing Vance said is he still refuses to admit that Trump lost the 2020 election and still underplays and lies blatantly about the violence on January 6th. So, God, what do we got? It's November, isn't it? US election. November 5th. So we're a month away. What day of the week is that? Why did the calendar not come up? What the fuck is that? Okay, so the 5th is a Tuesday. 4.5 weeks away. That time's probably going to go really quick. Don't claim to know right or wrong, truth or lies. Yeah. Well, it's more a thing for the Democrats, but Republicans just lie about it. Jackie. Oh, yeah. I didn't get the details of that, but yes, Jack Smith's evidence against Trump. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's a piece of shit. He's just a terrible, not good person. Ugh. Yes, you are correct, Safa. They always have their elections on a Tuesday because they're trying to make it as difficult as possible for working people to vote. It's stupid as fuck, America. It's the most undemocratic thing I've seen in a country that calls itself a democracy. Anywho, that's just the way it is. I mean, maybe America has a bunch of stupid fucking traditions, like the length of their summer break for school kids. And I don't know if this is actually true, but the story goes it was to let kids get work on the harvest on farms. Like the summer break's like 3 months or something. It's ridiculous. I know. You're just all pro America, Rays. I know. And I endorse your sincerity. That's the word I was looking for. Endorsing your sincerity on saying it's just all good. Eastern Europe also has a 3-month summer holiday. It's fucking weird. It's way too long. Kids forget shit. But I mean, no joke. If I travel overseas, I would not have a phone or laptop or anything with my social media on it because there's too much on my social media that would get me in trouble in too many countries. So if I was again a phone, I'd be like getting a burner phone. Like, in fact, I'd probably get it in the country destination. Find the cheapest way to get a phone and go with that. Hey, Rabbit Game Fam. Yeah. So, and the thing is, this is one of the reasons rich kids are likely to get ahead of poorer kids in the US, because rich kids' parents get them tutored over those summer breaks, whereas working parents can't afford to do that. Hey, Justin, how you doing? Because this is funny, we're saying school starts middle of August. I don't know the dates and stuff, so it means nothing to me, but I thank you for the information. So, yeah. It's like, yeah, that long a break, kids just fucking forget shit. So kids that can't afford private tuition over the summer are just grossly disadvantaged. It's real shit. I see, learning stuff tonight. Eastern Europe has an early September school start. There you go. See, just what about discourse, sharing knowledge, learning things. That's what it's all about. So, I thank everyone for sharing the knowledge. Ooh, here's one for you, Justin. The ABC has an article about Democrats abroad. Democrats abroad spending up to entice American citizens overseas to back Kamala Harris as next US president. So, yeah, Democrats abroad trying to keep him from returning to power. There are at least 110,000 Americans living in Australia who are eligible to vote. It's not compulsory. Statistics show only 8.5% of eligible Americans in Australia voted in the 2020 election. For the first time, Democratic Party have made an investment in Democrats abroad, spending almost $500,000 US in the hope they can harness global votes in battleground states. So, they've been handing out buttons with voting information, calling people. Pennsylvania is a key battleground state, which has flipped the last 4 presidential elections, including 4 President Joe Biden, who turned the state blue with a margin of 81,000 votes. 2016, Donald Trump won by 44,000 votes. Barack Obama managed to win comfortably by 250,000 votes. Jesus, that is comfortable. So they're saying the whole election comes down to 7 states: Pennsylvania, Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, North Carolina, Nevada, and Wisconsin. There you go. Ha! Sorry, the coincidence. You were catching up with a friend you were planning to come out to, and you found them on Grindr. There you go. Yeah, that's the thing. There's all those states are apparently 50-50. So they go either way. Yeah, I mean, there is definitely a very real possibility of Trump winning. It's a very real possibility of um, Harris winning. The Keys guy that Justin often references, has got this thing that's, predicted the last 10 or 20 elections or whatever, however the hell many it's predicted. He says the Keys say Harris is going to win. And I noticed this really funny thing on Twitter. This guy who got a bit of a profile on Twitter, Nate Silver, as an election pundit, because he got some things right, I think back in Obama times, and it gave him a bit of credibility. And he's since got lots of things wrong. And a lot of people treat him like a joke now. But he's got in an argument with the Keys guy and saying, no, the Keys say Trump's going to win. And so the guy who developed the thing with the Keys is saying, shut the fuck up, you moron. What the fuck are you talking about? You talking out your ass. You don't know what you're talking about. And Nate Silver's just doubling down. So, which is interesting because someone's going to look stupid after the election because they're falling on opposite sides of this. I mean, Nate Silver already looks stupid to a lot of people, but when I noticed this on Twitter the other day, I thought, Jesus, that's fucking bold. Someone who's developed this thing that he thinks are an objective set of measures that, has predicted, however the hell many elections it predicted. And then this guy who fancies himself as a pundit, but has been embarrassing himself more than he's been making himself look good for the last 10 years, certainly, picks a fight and says, you don't know your own system. I know your own system better than you. And your own system says the opposite of what you're saying. It's like, well, very public fight. And only fucking politics tragics like me really care. And I don't even really care, but I am intrigued. Care is too strong a word, but it has caught my attention. And I am now intrigued to see which way it goes, because they've both basically staked their reputation on opposite outcomes. So, who knows? I mean, it would be refreshing if the Republicans pulled back from the lurch to the far right open racism bigotry shit they've been pulling since Trump rose. Safa, no, Australia's nothing fucking like Canada. Canada is much closer to the United States than Australia, and I think both Canada and the United States would get annoyed with anyone who said they were the same, but they're way closer than Canada is to Australia. Extremely different culturally, very, very, very different influences, very different histories between the two countries. you know, uh, half of them speak English and they're part of the British Commonwealth, but very, very, very different. Yes, I did see that, Saffron. It's also a well, duh thing. Trump will be way too fucking old in 4 years if he's even still alive. His brain's fucking turning to pudding now. You look at him attempting to speak, and he just wanders and makes no sense. It's weird. He's gone in a different way to Biden. Like Biden would have these bits where he would just completely vague out, and it's like he was shutting down and whatnot. Whereas Trump keeps going, but makes no sense whatsoever. Both their brains are turned to pudding, basically. Saying the key says what wins elections. Economy makes up two keys. Yeah, but like I said, it was very interesting that this fight started, and this guy, Nate Silver, telling the keys guy that he doesn't know his own system and he's wrong. Was, oh, okay. That's what that's, yes, I'm sure you read that, but buffering Biden, yeah, that's what it looked like a lot. Very serious and noticeable cognitive decline. And it was so fucking annoying. His supporters were in denial about it for so long and said you were mean and you're, or no, he's got a stutter. That's what it's like. No, dude, his fucking brain is Swiss cheese. But so's Trump. It just manifests in different ways. We are getting rid of Biden. He's just doddering along until the election. I think I actually need to blow my nose. And I need to get another bit of ice to have another soda. And then I'm going to put, is it cherry shrub in it? So do I leave Tom Kitten in charge, or does he traumatize people? Should I put a video on? Should I put a video on for a few minutes while I'm out? Where am I? Wait, what am I looking for? And some music? Music with Tom Kitten? Yeah, if Harris wins, it's a great 1-2 punch. Biden for knocking Trump off, and Harris for keeping him out. If Harris loses, there's probably just going to be a shit ton of recriminations. But I think you're right, Justin, particularly if Harris wins. Then they both get to be heroes, saving the world from Trump. Oh, I'm fucking horrified at what comes next if Trump wins. There's a certain morbid fascination to it, but holy crap, some ugliness. Fucking Handmaid's Tale shit. Ooh, that's a big question. Better single-term president, Bush Sr. or Biden? I'd say Biden just because I disagree with Bush Sr.'s policies. And he got beat like a dog in an election, whereas Biden's dipping out because he was going to get beat like a dog. I'll put a little bit of mood music on. Gonna be gone for Couple of minutes. What's dance pop sound like? Okay, that's weird. Would Britney sing something to this? I mean, maybe. Put the Tom Kitten in charge. Right. Gonna be a couple minutes. Try and get some ice, blow my nose. Maybe take a slash. Who knows? All right. I'm back with Wise. Turn the music off. Don't need the ticker anymore. Turn that off. Oh God, you got a shift tonight? Damn. Yeah. All right. I hope you're sorry. You know what? Before I have another non-alcoholic drink, I think I'm just going to do a tasting thing. Not getting drunk, but I'm actually interested in doing a comparative mezcal tasting, which I've never really done before. So there's that new mezcal, which was less than half price, which was a huge deal. This one I've had multiple times just from Dan's. Is relatively cheap, but I like it. And then Australian Black Snake Asp, unaged agave spirit, but made in Australia. So I'm going to do side by side comparison. I'm not a big agave spirits guy. I like them in cocktails, tequila, mezcal, and the rest. But I'm no expert. So anyway, Black Snake. Pelotón de la Muerte, or Death Squad. And it's a new one. How do I open this? It's like a dotted line. Is that a dotted line? Looks like a dotted line. Go, you bitch. Go, damn it. There we go. Sensorio. We're all 40% ABV. Oh, motherfucker. The stopper broke. What the shit? Alright, given this is new, we'll get a little glug glug. Gonna have to do something about that stopper though. That's some quality glug glug. God damn it. Oh, motherfucker. I'm gonna have to get another stopper. I keep a bunch of spares. Was not expecting that though. I've literally never had that happen before. With a new bottle, have the stopper break. So going on shift, sick as fuck, feeling over the job, time for change. It depends what you want to have a good time. I mean, for all his failings, for both their failings, I think Obama and Clinton are very intelligent, and you could absolutely have a good conversation with them. Biden would just be weird because his brain would go all over the place. And George Bush, I wouldn't be able to get over what a fucking war criminal he is. All right. I'm scratching at my face, which I shouldn't. You're in the Eurodivision at Lisbon Bar. Can't hear the stream, but just dropping in to say hi. Okay. How good's my nose feels a bit blocked, but how good's my sense of smell? Ooh, wow. Sausage is cooking on the barbie. Well, that's a really earthy, smoky smell. Okay. Difference in smell. Pelotón de la Muerte. Ooh. Really similar. It's like some high, almost floral notes in that. And Black Snake Asp. They're all subtly different. And I like all of them, the way they smell. But anyway, got to taste this one I've never had before. How's COVID? It's not any worse. Well, I know that him being a social blokey bloke, I think is what you're going on with. But I couldn't look past. I mean, they're all fucking war criminals, but he's particularly bad. That's so much sweeter and lighter than, say, whiskey. Oh, it's just got this great sort of earthy vegetable, and I love the smoke. I freaking love the smoke. Bye. Thanks for popping in. Oh, I actually really like that one. Nice. I'm glad, because it's like a risk. It's like, why is it less than half price? Is it terrible? It's a neat bottle. I might keep it'll take me forever to get through that bottle. Like, I don't know, a year or two. But I might keep the bottle. It's got some nice embossing on it, and it's a fun shape. I just have to find another stopper for it. All right, clear the palate. Okay. And you knew the Peloton de la Muerte. Okay. I maybe like the Signorio a little more. It's a bit sweeter. Oh, still got that great earthiness though. Oh, yum. And the smokiness. You got a public holiday on Monday. What's the public holiday? I guess our. Oh, shit. The US presidential election is on Melbourne Cup Day, although, of course, the results won't come in till Wednesday, our time. I just realized November 5th is Melbourne Cup Day. Okay, so that's New South Wales Labor Day, is it? I'm assuming that's what it is. Okay, so that's tasty. And now to taste the Australian Black Snake. Again, not as sweet. It's like smoky mineral water with an alcohol burn. Hey, Celtic, how you doing? Well, fucking thumbs up for all of them, really. But I am very glad I like the new one I bought. So I like the whiskey, I like the mezcal, and I've had the rye spirit before. It's gonna go in a barrel. I might taste the stuff in the barrels tomorrow night, actually. Oof. Oof, that's a hell of a burp after drinking that mezcal. All right. Let's get that going. Well, you know, me and Mrs. Angry have COVID, Celtic King, but symptoms extremely mild. So, counting that as a win. And now, gonna put some cherry shrub in my sparkling water. Just a little splash. Just make my drink go pink. My drink is pink. That kind of looks orange on screen, but It's a rosy pink color for me. Ooh, and wash that mezcal away. So in fact, maybe might even be putting that an aged rye spirit in a barrel with who knows what, with some whiskies, I think. Do a blend. What are you up to? How long has how long has this stuff been in? Because thanks to Ricky Sega, I've labeled these. So, okay, the spiced rum has been in like 5 weeks. No, wait, that's 2 months. Okay, so the spiced rum's been in there 2 months. Whiskey's been in there 6 weeks. The rye's been in there, I don't know, 4 months. I was going to leave the rye till the end of the year. That's tomorrow night's tasting. I'm still being cautious and not drinking a lot of alcohol. Maybe just do tasting, so I'll taste those things tomorrow night and see how we go. So we might have a barrel-aged spiced rum and barrel-aged cheap whiskey that I was hoping made the cheap whiskey taste better. Because that's probably what I'll put in if I empty one of the barrels as well. Well, this is just a tasting. I'm not necessarily intending to take it out. And again, 6 weeks in that little barrel is at least 6 months in a big barrel. But I am going to taste it and see what I think. Well, Celtic, tell him I think he's not wrong about the evils of the techno-capitalist society. It's like, even a stopped clock is right twice a day. So I don't know what he'll think of that if I say he's not wrong about the evils of a techno-capitalistic society. It's a whole thing. This world that we live in, and I don't know how long. I'm going to try something, see if I friggin'... I know, is that one of the signs of the apocalypse? The 4 horsemen going to appear tomorrow? Has the 7th seal been broken? All these questions, inquiring minds want to know the answers. I tell you what, the tiredness is catching up with me. See, okay, I'm going to do something and see if it makes me more or less tired. If there's something that requires me to focus, I play Cricket Fever. Ooh, is that going to... Crash, where am I? Yeah, he may well have gone to Joker. No, well, he's been to one movie this week. He might go to Joker 2 next week and play this little cricket game. I can really... Oh, fuck off. Jesus Christ. Yes, skip ad. What the fuck? Oh, fuck you. It's glitching. After hitting me with that fucking ad. Bastards. That's what we want. Hit one straight back over his head. Show me who's boss. And again. You're my bitch. And again. You gonna go home? Cry to mummy? 4 in a row. Straight back over your head. I can take that. Hoik that one over there a little ways. And again. Oh, that one's along the ground. A mere single. Oh, slowed down a little. All right. But that's it. Back in form. Back over his head. Oh, man, it's glitching the fuck out. Ooh, but split the field. I think we're getting 4 for that. Yeah. Bam. Straight over the covers. Oh, that was a tricky one, but split the field again. Another 4. And that one's back over his head. And down the ground again. Only disappointment is you never do hook shots. Fuck it. Yep, see, I would have been that good professionally. Fuck off with the ads. Fuck off. Jesus. Oh, you got Deadpool 3. Nice. I still haven't seen that. Mrs. Angry didn't want to see it. I was almost tempted to go to the movies on my own and watch it, but I am not going to last much longer. I can just feel tiredness crashing over me. Safa is like built into the Edge browser. And there are other games too. Well, there's a version of Minecraft. Good Lord. Fortnite. Grand Theft. Oh my God. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas? Wait, does this have to play on Chrome? No. I've fucking got Chrome. Wait, where the fuck is copy link? Is that going to work in Chrome? Can I seriously play San Andreas in my browser? Because I fucking will. Oh, no, you do have to pay for it. No, well, fuck that. Fuck that. All right, I got all excited for a moment that I'd be able to play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for free in my browser. Eat the cherry. Maybe soon, yeah. Oh, yeah, because your workplace is not Melbourne. Yeah, that's what remote working is. All about. Wait, did I have any interesting emails? 70th anniversary of Seven Samurai in cinemas. God, I feel like being a film wanker, I should go and see that. Damn. Oh yeah, Gladiator 2. Pat's probably going to go and see. It's when does it open? I'm not even sure. Where are we? I'm just looking at things. Huh. Where are we? Morris, small whiskey, big flavors. Ooh, get Morris whiskey tasting set. I have enough whiskey. Thank you. Even though your whiskeys are good, Morris. That's why I'm on your mailing list. Which vodka? Get fucked, Cappy. Which vodka cocktail are you? Fuck you. Them's fighting words. Ooh, okay. The same people who got me that cheap stuff, I got another cheap one. Importer's clearance, once off sale. Bathtub gin. 1 litre for $75. It's 50% ABV. But I have enough gin. I don't need foreigner gin. But now I kind of want to go and look at their clearance. And I definitely should not buy anything else. Ugh. So, but did they add anything fun to their clearance? Oh, acclaimed Tassie gins reduced to clear. The Splendid gin. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, so I'm going to buy the expensive stuff. Just show me the cheapest stuff. Okay, the Splendid gin. 55 down to 36. Arctic Blues, 79 down to 39. Never Fancy Fruit Cup, 64 down to 44. That would be good. Splendid gin, 80 down to 50. That Mezcal, they've still got that. From 110 down to 50. That's why I got it. Big markdown. And the Rye Spirit was 85 down to 50, which is why I got it. I don't know if they've got anything else to tempt me. I'm going to go with no. I can't imagine something suddenly appeared that I absolutely have to have, because we're also up to $90. That's although, okay, Redbreast, 12-year-old Irish whiskey, 140 down to 95. If, I won lotto, or if I'd bought a lotto ticket, which I didn't, to win lotto, be buying up. I mean, I got this obsessive collector thing where I buy more alcohol than I can possibly drink. What would I like? Because seriously, I would just buy weird shit if I won lotto. And I don't know what I'd do. Would I open a special club where people could come around? Oh, you want me to share the screen? Sorry. I'm just sure that probably would have made sense, Safa, but I couldn't see you suggesting that to me. Probably form a club where people could come and have tastings. And because I wouldn't need money, it's I don't know, to join the club, you have to, your membership is donating money to a worthy cause. And what is that? If I can scratch my arm, good on me. And then just turn it into a social thing. The Boozers Club. And that way I could satisfy my weird obsessive need to collect things and turn it into a social thing. I mean, that sounds like a reasonably sane idea. And that's the thing, yeah. That's why you do it. The freedom of choice. And it becomes, you get a little bit, well, you're a collector with the discs. You're a collector. You've got the collector bug. Over the years, for me, it's got in phases. It was a vinyl, then it was comics. It was always books. Then it was DVDs. And now it's booze. Still get comics, though. You're thinking, oh, swapsies. Okay, we'll have to arrange that on the Discord. Because I'm sure, I know you gave me your address before, because I sent you stuff before. I just have to look it up. Yeah, and I've got it. I'll do it, definitely. It's a good thing. So definitely I do that. I might be in a position to go into the post office next week. Next week, maybe. Oh, you know what we could do? Because I got the perfect things to send stuff in. I could send you a thing and send you an empty pouch that you could send something back in. Oh yeah, I've got to do Christmas for the faithful again. Got to do Christmas presents to thank everyone for hanging out all year. I did my arm, seriously. Have to decide what exactly. On the one level, eggnog springs to mind because I actually fucking made more eggnog this week. Because normally Mrs. Angry's lad would be here half the week, and we had certain food stocks with the assumption he's going to be here, namely milk and eggs, and he's not going to be here till next week. So we realized we've got a lot of eggs. Oh, and also because we went away on the weekend, we bought eggs for the weekend, but only used a few of them. So we've got a fuck ton of eggs. Mrs. Angry made custard. I made even more eggnog. So I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full bottles of eggnog now. 2 of which have been aging since last Christmas. One's been aging for several months. And one I've just made fresh. But yeah. I'm not real comfortable sending eggnog by mail in the Australian summer. I just think it's a risk. Like the alcohol content should keep it safe, but I think it's a risk. You want to use glass? Is it okay? Here's the thing: glass is much heavier than the plastic. There's a risk of breakage, so it's more expensive to send, and there is a risk of breakage. So, which is why I invested in these pouches. And like, yeah, on the one level, it's like, but it won't be in the plastic for long. You can take it out and put it in a bottle. Okay, so these shrubs are good. I'm glad I got these on the weekend. And when I'm back into making cocktails, which next week, I guess, I'm going to make cocktails with them. So it's funny because the 3 different eggnogs, they taste different because the recipe's slightly different because I kind of freeform. I use Alton Brown's aged eggnog recipe as a starting point, but I kind of freeform around that and I go, I could put this in as well. So the contents of them are different and they've been aged for different times. So those 2 things, while they're kind of broadly the same, it does make them taste different. So I take one of them into work. Every now and then I take eggnog into work. We did Christmas in July. I took one in there. I don't know if I have an excuse. It's already fucking October. I probably won't take eggnog into the office before Christmas. Or before December, anyway. So if we have a Christmas party again this year, which I assume we will, I'll pre-game with the team before we go to the pub, have some eggnog. But, you know, it's the whole thing. That's a fun random fact, Safa. The Russian October Revolution actually happened in November. Were the calendars different? Or is it called October because they planned it in October, didn't actually execute it to November? Now you've made me want to watch The Death of Stalin again. I fucking love that movie, which is, of course, not about the October Revolution, but it's about the death of Stalin. But they're it's such a good movie. All the performances are so good, and it manages to make a really entertaining farce out of one of the most horrible fucking periods in modern history. Just monstrous barbarism. Yeah, Steve Buscemi plays he's the one who actually got power, banged his shoe in the United Nations. Christ, my fucking brain just stopped working. God damn it. And I even watched a little clip of one of my favorite bits where the head of the army makes him think he's going to turn him in. And the general's just doing it as a joke. And just says, oh, you're fucking fake. Yes, Khrushchev. Thank you, Safa. My brain just fucking stopped working. I was going in. He got replaced by Brezhnev. And then we had the run of guys who did not live very long. Andropov, Chernenko, Yeltsin. Actually, maybe I'm getting it out of order because maybe Gorbachev is before Yeltsin. But anyway. But yes, Steve Buscemi is Khrushchev. And he's really good. And they're all really good. And it's just a nightmare. It's just depicting an absolute nightmare world that was real. And they make it fucking funny. Yeah, that's why I thought I was wrong. We were all pretty sure Yeltsin was dead several months before they announced he was dead. And they were just doing Weekend at Bernie's stuff for a while. I don't seriously believe that. That's a joke. But don't get them all. It was Andropov and Chernenko. And then Gorbachev. I don't think I'm missing anyone, am I? Another good movie like that is The Inner Circle. That sounds vaguely familiar. I don't think I've seen it, but something about it sounds familiar. And yes, and that opened the door for Neo-Stalin, who's been controlling things ever since. God damn that man. Vladimir Putin. It's about the guy who was Stalin's projectionist. Oh, like his private one? Because the story goes Stalin loved having his cronies around, forcing them to drink as much as he was drinking and watch cowboy movies. It's the dude from Amadeus, Tom Hulce, or F. Murray Abraham. My God, see, okay, my brain's trying to apologize to me for forgetting fucking Khrushchev, fuck's sake. And I was remembering everyone else. Now it's remembering mildly obscure actors. Tom Hulce, he did a few good movies, then disappeared without a trace. It was like an indie one he did in the 90s called Slam Dance that I really liked. I know. See, it's literally my brain apologizing to me. Yeah, they're kind of obscure, but they were very high profile. Like Tom Hulce got an Academy Award for Amadeus, didn't he? And F. Murray Abraham's definitely been nominated. Yes, he was in Parenthood. He's an absolute fucking sleazebag in Parenthood. See, Khrushchev liked corn. Why'd he kill all the fucking farmers then? Well, actually, that was more Stalin. Gotta think. Do you think what is coming up? I think there's some new stuff coming up on various things. Oh god, I saw a teaser for the next season of The Sandman on Netflix, which is coming out next year. I want to watch it so badly. So badly. It's like a couple of the major story points from the comics. And it's like, god damn, want to see that. Last of Us Part 2 comes out in January, I think. So I'll have to rewatch Last of Us Season 1 in December, I think. There is a series that I've just seen the trailer for on Prime that I think is promising. Alex Cross. It's a character, black police detective. Is traditionally going after serial killers. Morgan Freeman played him in a movie. Along Came a Spider. Now, in this reinvention, it's a young actor. So it's young Alex Cross. So it's like, I don't know, an origin story for Detective Alex Cross. It looks like it's got potential. Hey, Hannah. Oh, I'm glad I stayed. I was fading. I have COVID and tiredness gets a hold of me very quickly. So you've been saving horrors. Oh, yes. Spooky month. Watching the horror movies for Spooky month. Okay, that's a good plan. We're watching Mad Men. I never finished Mad Men. I think I got to the last season. I either got halfway through the last season or halfway through the second last season. I don't remember, but I didn't finish a season. Yeah, I'm a little bit rough, and yeah, I'm just like staying home all week. Probably not gonna last much longer, but we'll see. And there's a thing on Foxtel Fight Night, the $1 Million Heist, inspired by a crime that happened after Muhammad Ali's comeback fight. It's very entertaining. What I love, it's like an all-black cast. The only white characters are marginal, and they're all complete assholes, and I love it. Babe update, doing well, transferred to Children's Hospital. Big up this week, now early next week. Okay. Off to a good start with a baby. You go, baby. That's what baby be adopted by the stream. We all want good things for the baby. Oof. I don't think so. What else were we watching? Oh, yeah, there's the current season of Only Murders in the Building. Might have an episode of the two of that. I think I'm going to go and finish off season 2 of Rings of Power on the weekend. So what we did, we said, let's rewatch some Mad Men, and I was suggesting we watch from about season 5. And Mrs. Angry said, let's watch the start. And so we watched like the first 2 episodes, which was a really good mood setter. And then we did jump to season 5. So a lot changed. But yeah, he's married the much younger woman who was his secretary, French Canadian. Overall, the show's friggin' great. Mad Men is such a good show. Hanny, watch the movie on Netflix. Officer Black Belt, about a martial arts specialist gets partnered probation officer to monitor offenders. Good fight scenes. Funny as hell. Yeah, yes, I knew you were talking about Mad Men. Speaking of martial arts, there's like John Woo did a remake of The Killer, and I keep meaning to watch it. I might watch it this weekend. The Killer's like John Woo's seminal film from like the 80s or 90s. And yeah, very weird. He's doing a remake of his own movie. And what I've heard, it's kind of at least worth checking out. First time he has to go and find an offender, he gets given a taser, gets very excited. He's allowed to use it, asked multiple times. I'm allowed to use it. Yeah, I'm sure. Let me look it up. I'm sure I read it's actually 2023 film. No, that's the Michael Fassbender one. Wait, what? 2024 film. Yeah, directed by John Woo. Remake of his 89 film, The Killer. And that's on streaming. So I definitely got to watch that. Maybe this weekend. Yes, The Killer is a woman, I think. Was the last John Woo film Mission Impossible 2, the one made in Australia? Yeah, I'm not sure what. Okay, let's actually look up his filmography. John Woo. Career. Okay, let's just go filmography. God, he's been making films. Oh, he made a short film in 1968. Made first feature in 1974. Jesus Christ. 50 years making films. God damn. So the ones that I know of, though, are A Better Tomorrow and A Better Tomorrow 2, 86, 87. The Killer, 89. Bullet in the Head. Hard Boiled in 92. Then he did some Hollywood ones. Hard Target, Broken Arrow, Face Off, Mission Impossible 2, Wind Talkers, Paycheck. Red Cliff. Oh my God, I saw Red Cliff Part 1 and 2. That was fucking epic. That was a huge Chinese epic. My God. So that was the last one I saw, Red Cliff, back in 2008, 2009. That was fucking epic. Reign of Assassins, The Crossing, Manhunt, Silent Night, and 2024, The Killer. There you go. John Woo, busy guy. Did he do Bullet in the Head? He did a movie called Bullet in the Head, Hong Kong action film. Tony Leung, Jackie Chung, Wesley, something else. So no, that's a Hong Kong action film, Bullet in the Head. Oh God, sounds like you're having a night, Rays. I love the combo of John Woo and Chow Yun Fat. Great movies. Oh, there you go. So seems you've seen his most recent film. There you go. Silent Night was John Woo. Oh, that was John Woo. Holy shit. I have not watched that. Joel Kinnaman. It was a Hong Kong film about Vietnam. Okay. Yes. I think Hong Kong's probably still cool. It remains one of my great regrets not going to Hong Kong and China in the 90s before they were really just overdeveloped. But, you know, c'est la vie. It is what it is. That's just the way that it is. Oh, yeah, they're just completely different conventions in Hong Kong movies. But you got some really interesting action films come out of Southeast Asia in more recent years. Some wild stuff. American films end up with a bad guy getting shot in the middle of the forehead. Yeah. It's what's the one that really springs to mind? Oh, God, it's old now. The Raid. But it has Raid and Raid 2. So 2011, 2014. So more than 10 years old. There you go. And they are doing Raid 3. But you get some really diverse action films coming out of Southeast Asia. Yeah, okay. I think Old Boy got talked up too much for me because everyone was going about how and I watched it, and it's definitely not bad. But I think I got talked up too much, so it didn't have much. Oh my God, the car chase in Raid 2. I saw a video on YouTube of the making of it, and it's incredible. There's this one continuous shot of guys fighting in a car that seems impossible to shoot. And they show you how they did it because the car they're in is cut away. And so the camera can sort of go around in it. And they're not really driving it. It's being towed by a truck. But when you watch it in the movie, it looks flawless. And then you see this making of, and it's like, holy crap. That just the creative mind required to come up with that way of shooting it is amazing. Oh, nice. Clip on Discord of Officer Black Belt. Nice. Well, I won't put it on stream because I don't want to get a copyright match. But I will definitely watch that tomorrow. So thank you for that, Hannah. It's also about monitoring sexual offenders, some quite disturbing themes. Okay. Oof. All right. Okay. All right. So I survived about 20 minutes longer than I thought I was going to, but I am. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a bit of flavor in this for Mrs. Angry. My homemade liqueur. Brandy, whiskey, rum mix with my special sugar syrup. Super fucking yummy. Also very rich. Very, very rich. Yeah, something with honey and lemon before bed actually sounds good. Thank you for the suggestion, Hannah. Let me do this. Man, that's so fucking good. All right, I'm going to eat my cherry. Oh, break out the Jamboard. Oh my God. The cherries are so fucking yummy. The 36th Chamber of Shaolin. Oh, okay. Nice. I do. I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah. I'll have to look. I don't think my brain's in a state to search. Trying to think what's. Do you mean Chambord? Yeah, hit up Diffords with Chambord. There are a couple of classics that use Chambord. Oof. We're doing karaoke on Saturday night. Something to look forward to. Alrighty. I am going to retire for the evening, and it definitely won't be party night tomorrow night. Stream might be a little longer than this. I'm definitely not mixing drinks. I might do a taste test of everything's in the casks to see if I think anything's ready to come out of the casks. Ooh, Coke Oreos. Taste like shit color and chemicals. Actually, the Oreo Coke is not bad at all. The Coke Oreos are nothing to write home about, but the Oreo Coke, I'm actually on board with the Oreo Coke. It's definitely worth trying. It's very sweet, although it's an illusion of sweet because it's Coke Zero. It's definitely worth trying. Anyway, yeah, okay. Fading, losing track of things. I don't feel capable of looking up cocktail recipes, but I'll see you all another time. Take care in the meantime. But I'll say bye for now. Oh, and the new feature on StreamYard, playing an outro video.
You are totally fucked up!